And now let's have a look at before and after. Hey, what's up guys? Today I'm trying 5 different AI tools to make 3D people in your renders look like a real photo. First one is called FreePick, and here we have FreePick, and this FreePick, it's a site that I'm using for quite some time already because it has stock photos, it has illustrations, all of these things that you can download and use in your projects. But the new things that it has, it's a sort of AI tools. So you will find image generator, you'll find Upscaler, image editor, lots of AI tools. And so you'll find them here. I'm gonna click on this one, it's called Retouch. And from here, I'm going to select actually the Upscaler here on top. So Upscaler. Okay, so here you have already an image that I created. And I just want to show you that you can upload here on the top, you have images, and then you select the image that you want. So I did this render, and as you can see, it's a 3D people, so it's quite flat, everything, so it immediately tells you that this is a 3D render. That's why I really don't like to use 3D people in my renders unless they are not facing the camera. So because when we see this face like this, you immediately tell that this is a render, right? So what we can do now, we can export these tools and see how well they will work. So we have this one, I uploaded that one actually. So I have here, and now we have different settings that we can use. So 4K currently doesn't support, but it does support if you select here none. So you don't have any options as for how creative the AI will be. But if you want to have more options, you can select 2K, and here subtle, it's basically the minimum of creativity, vivid, it's around the middle, and wild, it's like, I think it's like the maximum. And if you click custom, you will control individually these sliders. So the resembles, the creativity is how creative it will be, and resembles is how it will look like the initial render. So I'm going to select actually wild so we can see. And the prompt, it was done automatically by FreePick. So it did Caucasian, young, female. And I think it's okay for this image. Actually, first the subtle. This is the subtle, and with the subtle, it was this, as you can see. So I think it looks already super realistic, and it's quite an improvement. And so, and not only the 3D people, also some details. Look at this purse here on the bottom. It's really amazing what it can do. But if you add wild to your prompt, let's see the difference. Actually, I forgot to tell you one thing. You have here image style. And I think the best one for this, it's the portrait. So I usually select here portrait. And now let's have a look at before and after. So it's a big difference. It's really amazing, this tool. So you can see that even the hands, how they look. Before, you don't have any bone structure here. I mean, almost not noticeable, right? And now you see, so it's completely different. The shirt has wrinkles, the buttons look much better. So again, everything is super realistic, right? Even the hair, I really like how the hair looks in this one. You can see all the little details in the hair, you know. So for now, I think this one, it looks really great. And there's something even wilder that you can do here. And let me show you, because it's really amazing, this one. So you can go and click on this one, reimagine. And so we're going to upload again the same render, and it will generate a prompt. And what's really funny about this, it's changing, of course, it's changing the image, the style, the couch, and all of that, but it's keeping the same position, and this is very important. And another cool thing is that it generates almost instantly. Look at this. I'm going to scroll. Of course, it has some glitches, but since it's generating almost instantly, it's really fast. And of course, the further you go, right, down, probably it will start going further away from the original reference. But sometimes you can find something that you find really interesting, right? But not only that. Let's say that I find here, maybe this one. I think here some on the top was actually quite nice. Let's select this image. I think the phone, it has here some issue, but let's ignore this part for now because I want to show you one important thing is that you see this couch here. Usually when you add 3D people, you place them on your scene, and usually you already have the couch modeled and it looks like this, right? Doesn't quite look like the person is actually sitting on the sofa unless the sofa is made of a stone, right? So with this, the AI here understood that the person is sitting, so the cushion here, it's going a little bit lower, and this is quite interesting, right? So what we can do here, we can work with this one here. We can reimagine from here, more options, so it will take into account this image, or we can upscale and add in even further details with the AI. So I'm just going to say portrait. I'm going to keep the prompt and I'm going to leave it this vivid. So I click upscale, and I already did here one that was looking like this from the reimagine, and then I did the upscale again, and look at this. So you see, this one was already good, but this one makes everything much better, you see? And then you can take it a step further and go into Photoshop, and you see here in Photoshop what I did is I added some masks, and I have this final image. So you can see first I added a person here, this new one, but I still have here some issues right around here. So I added the full image and just actually added the couch because I really like this part here on the bottom. As you can see, this really adds to the realism of the scene, right? And I cut as well, I bring back some of the image here because I wanted to cut that part of the hair. So we have here this image, and overall I think this is really good. So of course you can still go reimagine and upscaling different elements. Here I just made the image as a whole, but you can separate this into several different elements. I already made a video explaining how to use, for example, Magnific with this type of workflow, and I'm going to leave the video up here so you can check it out. And with this, we actually move on to the next tool, which is Magnific. And this Magnific, it's really good for upscaling. Here on this image, I uploaded the same render, and for this one, for example, I'm doing the optimize for portraits, and here I don't have a prompt, but I could use the same. I could try with a prompt or not. It really depends on the results. Sometimes with a prompt is better, sometimes without prompt works well. So this one I have creativity and slider a little bit higher. So I have resemble -1. So I'm trying different settings here and see which one works best. And you can see here, if I do the slider, so it also works quite well. Especially these areas here. The hand here, I think it added a little bit too much with the veins, but could be as well. It's good. Actually, this purse is also good as well. And one thing I didn't like comparing, and I tried different prompts here, comparing with FreePick, it's the hair. Here the hair, I think this is the 3D model. It's with this hair all glued, let's call it like that. I think the Magnific here, it's doing more or less the same. It's adding more details, but some part here on the top, I think it's still with that look, with that almost 3D look. So I would love to see more improvements on that area, because I tried different ones. If I enhance, I mean, if I increase the creativity, then I start having some strange effects here. So I tried different versions, and it always on this right part, it always had this issue where it looks a little bit plastic. So, but in general, if we are focusing on overall image, I think it's quite good. So it's a big improvement. And with this Magnific, you can do other things. For example, you can add the render as the input image, and then you have here reference. And with this reference, you can search online for any stock photo of a person that you would like to have the same style. Let's say like that. And so I'm just going to go here to my references. I'm going to upload this image. And I can say here style strength. I'm going to put it 100, and structure, maybe let's start with 70%. Then I'm going to say it's portrait, and I'm going to make standard, and yeah, no beautifier. Let's leave everything by default. And here make super real. So I'm going to click transfer style, and let's see the result. Okay, so here we have the result. In okay, we have some strange artifacts here, but overall, actually I forgot to open the image so you could see. This is from Pexels. It's a free stock website, so you can see I use this image, and we have this. Let's try just another reference, maybe this one here. Okay, and so maybe we can try not beautify, but here clear and transfer style. Again, it's adding elements to the background which are not the same that are in the 3D render, but I don't think that matters much, because we just want here to have the detailed person, and we can do that in Photoshop. We can basically merge the two images. And so here's a new one. Well, actually, let's try this one. And again, you wouldn't use this image, right? It doesn't look so good. But what we can do is just click here on the top, and this is to download the image. So we download the image, and now we go back here to Magnific Upscaler, and they will upload the image that we just generated, this one here. And now we can select, let's try this same portraits. Let's add a little bit more creativity, maybe HDR. Keep the resembles, and that's it. We do another generation, because this time with this low resolution image, it's where Magnific shines. Okay, and here's the result. So again, I think that this area of the phone, since I had too much creativity, we kind of lost this area, but we could still do this effect of generating different images for different details. Okay, but this is the same, basically the same thing. I will just download this person and integrate into my 3D render. Just the person itself is quite easy. In Photoshop, you can just select the subject, and it's really easy. And so the next tool, it's called Leonardo AI, and this one is actually becoming quite popular. I think it has a lot of different things that you can do, and it's able to keep consistency, which is very good for AI. But I'll show you that in a future video for other topic. This one, when we upload the image, you have some settings, and I already have here some data generated. Let's just have a look. So I think that on the top part of the hair, we still have here that issue, the same as we had with Magnific. But overall, I think it kept the basic shapes of this character and just made it look real. So I think it's quite good. And I have here different generations where I tried different settings. So this one didn't went well for sure. So let's see another one. So you see that I was trying different settings and see which ones would be better. So this one is good, but actually I like this first one better. And here you see that you can select which type you want, like cinematic, for CG, and then you can select creativity strength. Again, the more creativity, the more liberty for the AI, and how much you want the upscale here. And also I add here the prompt, so as well, what should be following. And yeah, I think this one, if we zoom in a little bit more, I think this one is actually quite good for when we render our renders and we want to keep consistency, this one, it's really good. So it adds all the detail and adds realism. Just this one, but it's this very specific image about the hair. I don't think in other cases it will be so specific. So this one is quite good. Now, it's a very popular one. I think everyone knows already this one, and it's called Kaa AI. And this is my first generation. Here, basically, when you upload an image, you can decide how much you want, the upscale, and you can try different settings. It automatically adds a prompt as well. And then you can try the strength, the resembles, and clarity. And there's also other presets here that you can add, and match color, and also the scene transfer. So on this one, I just tried the upscaling, and I tried with different settings, and this is the results. So if I focus just on the character, I think it's similar to the Leonardo AI, because it keeps the same shape overall, and the face is very, very similar to the one that we have on the render, right? So this is another setting. I didn't like this one as much, so the first one was better. And then this one went completely wild. I just wanted to see how it would be, so this one I wouldn't use it for sure. But yeah, but this one is very good. So yeah, and actually let me just see one thing. Yeah, even the purse here on the bottom, I think it also, some details I think it merged with the sofa, but the leather part I think it's good. And lastly, we have Prom AI. I made several videos about Prom AI in the past, and I tried the upscale first, and the upscale didn't give me the effects or the results I was expecting. So I tried the tool called Erase and Replace, and I think this one works much better. For example, here you can see the images. Actually, let me just load here the before and after. Okay, and this one, and this one. This looks like this because I just added for the face and hair what I wanted to replace, but I could upscale this once and I think it will work well. But for if I go here again for the image upscaler, so you see that both images, I see almost no differences. So I don't think I can use this, to be honest. And so after this, you are probably asking, which one should you get? Well, for me at least, I think that FreePick is the one to go. If I would rate all of these tools, I would give FreePick a 5 out of 5. And the reason is that I have a lot of different tools in FreePick that I can use. I have photos, stock photos that I can upload. I have videos, I have illustrations, and all of this with now integrated with AI tools. I think it's a very good option now. The results were actually quite good. And not only that, if we check out their plans, you can get for about $10 a month, you can get all of this. So at least for me, I think that FreePick is the way to go. Then we have Leonardo AI. So with Leonardo, I really like that it kept most of the facial features. The hair still has some issues, but they have many features that I would like to show you in the future, because I like that they keep the consistency within AI generations. That's very good. And with Leonardo, I think it's the same. You can get for about $10 a month, or even for free. You can try for free as well with 150 credits. And then we have Kaa. I think the results are very good as well. And actually, from all of this, this one is actually that kept the hair better. So the hair, it's very good here. And I know that many people are using this one for free. So it has 3 generations for free. And you can see here the pricing. Yeah, so basically for free daily generations. And then you have basic for $10 a month. Then we have Magnific. To be honest, I was expecting more for Magnific. At least here on this portrait, because I tried different settings, a lot of different settings, and all of them I just couldn't get the hair right. At least this hair like this all pulled back, so maybe something that I'm doing wrong, I don't know. So if you have used Magnific, and again, I tried portraits, I tried standard, I tried many different things, and it really didn't work well. But the facial features are very good, and the hand details, all of that, the rest is quite nice. So I put this in 4th place, and this one will be out of free. And their pricing, it's one of the reasons, because it costs $39 per month, the basic one, then it goes to $99 per month, and then for teams, I think, no, for business plan, $299 per month. So it's really, really expensive. And with so many AI tools nowadays, well, you really need to think about, well, about all of this. And lastly, the Prom AI, I really like Prom AI, I use it a lot, but for this specific thing, I think it didn't work well. And their pricing, and of course I'll give it a 2 out of 5, and their pricing, you have free, so you can try as well, but it starts the base one at $19 per month. Anyway, this is my take on these AI tools and what I think about them. But let me know what you think of these results as well. Which one do you prefer? Which one do you think it's best? And actually, if you have used some of these tools already, if you use FreePick, Magnific maybe, so let me know in the comments. And that's it for today. I'll see you in the next one.